Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I have for you Kaiju number 8, chapter 23. Alright, so what's going on? Well, the chapter opens up as a part 2 of Kafka's promotion. If you remember from the last chapter, the vice captain announced that Kafka had done enough to receive a promotion. So pages 1 through 5, we see Captain Mina swearing Kafka in as an official Defense Force member. And if I'm being honest, even though I feel it's being rushed, I'm glad this man's finally getting the respect that he deserves and put on his name. So he and the captain salute, and Kafka is as awkward as ever as he's about to leave. The captain stops him and is basically like, "Don't let this get to your head because you're nowhere near standing beside me." And this honestly shocked me because usually in manga and anime, when you have this type of trope going on, the person who is doing the catching up is usually ignored by the person that they're trying to catch up to. I thought this was dope that they acknowledged the fact that Mina does remember all those years ago, because you have to remember they were kids when they made that promise and they're in their 30s, or I think at least Kafka's in his 30s. Mina was much younger, not that much younger, but Mina's younger than Kafka. So for her to remember this, it means that it really did stick with her and she really wants this man to stand beside her. I just think it's dope they finally acknowledge it. So Kafka, without realizing it, acknowledges her on page 3 and was like, "Oh, for real? Watch me, ho," or something to that effect, right? I'm paraphrasing. But the captain catches him and orders him to do 50 push-ups for not addressing a superior officer by their title, and gives him a little smirk on the side that tells that, it really doesn't bother her because it's Kafka. I really like the captain. I didn't at first, but she's opening up and we're starting to see more and more of her human side and not just who she is as the captain of the Defense Force. It's a nice little touch to her character and I really do like it. So the chapter continues as Kafka is about to walk away without doing his push-up, and just as he turns away, the captain is like, "Kaiju number 8, ... And Kafka freezes. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way they're gonna announce it this early that she knows. But she's like, "Kaiju number 8, ... And Kaiju number 9 incident required me to leave to go to the main HQ of the Defense Force." So she's leaving and the vice captain is taking over. So if he has any questions or need anything, including the full story of why she's going to headquarters, then he needs to direct that to Vice Captain Hoshino. It's also mentioned right after she tells him that she's leaving, that she adds in that it was really the vice captain who was pushing heavily for Kafka to receive his promotion and become an official Defense Force member, and she wants him to know that so that he does not waste the vice captain's trust. A part of me does believe that Hoshino trusts Kafka to a degree, right? I don't think the vice captain is so suspicious that he would risk the lives of the other Defense Force members just based off of suspicion. So I think that this was a sincere place, and maybe his suspicions of Kafka are starting to loosen just a little bit, not a lot. So for pages 6 through 9, we get this little time skip to the night, that night of the same day. And we get this shot of Kafka in the library putting in some extra work, shooting in the gym, before he finally decides to turn it in for the night, and he notices that this light is on in the training room. He goes to the training room to see who's in there, and it's the vice captain doing late night practice. Also putting in work, also shooting in the gym. What we see in this panel is this man doing this insane imagery training as he plays out the fight that he had with Kaiju number 8. And what do you know, on pages 10 and 11, what does he say? He was trying to gauge the power of Kaiju number 8. When he came across Kafka, that was his first encounter with him. In his kaiju form, he didn't know how strong this man was other than the fact that he's a Dai Kaiju. So, what did he do? He said he was testing the waters, and if he simply had used skill number 6 instead of skill number 5, he would have made mincemeats out of Kaiju number 8. Okay, that's how confident he is, and he shows it. He shows it. This just confirms that 92% isn't his highest percent. I'm just gonna max him out at 100% and say that the captain and the vice captain are the only two in the Defense Force who can max out their Defense Force suit's power at 100%. I'm just gonna go with it. It might be some drawbacks, some physical drawbacks to pushing a Defense Force suit that high, but we'll figure that out at a later chapter. But we do get this revelation from Kafka's perspective of really why the vice captain fights. It's pretty basic, but keep in mind that this is Kafka's realization and not the vice captain coming out and saying that this is the reason why he fights. But Kafka comes to the realization that the reason the vice captain is the way he is because he's not just trying to protect the citizens, but he's also trying to protect everybody in the Defense Force. He doesn't view the other Defense Force members and the soldiers as disposable people that have to put their life on the line, and you're supposed, well, you do, you're in the military, but he's not willing to take unnecessary risk if he doesn't have to. He is much more willing to put himself out there and do the fighting versus relying on other people. Kafka addresses the vice captain, right? After the vice captain sees that Kafka's watching him, and, you know, he was like, we both need to turn in for the night because sleep is very important too. So right before they leave, Kafka's like, thank you for believing in me, and thank you for, you know, believing that I can provide vital support. And the vice captain is joking, and he's like, fat chance someone with a measly 1% could provide vital support, but I do have faith in at least 1% of you. I think that's sincere. I think that's genuine. Kafka is coming around to the vice captain the more he gets to know him. Hopefully, you know it has to come up at some point in this manga, assuming it goes all the way through, which I hope it does, because this is absolute fire. The Defense Force will eventually find out he's Kaiju number 8. I will be shocked if this series gets a full adaptation and he goes the entire series in just like this undercover Superman working at the Daily Globe type of, you know, scenario where nobody finds out. I will be shocked. It'll still be good, but it's still gonna be shocking nonetheless. But the last page of this chapter, this is where shit finally hits the fan. The very last page of this chapter, 8,000 meters above Tachikawa base, a herd of kaiju dragons shows up, looking mean as fuck, being rode by what I'm just gonna assume is Kaiju number 10. And what did I say in my previous chapter reviews? Kaiju number 9 is a small fry in the large scheme of this, okay? He's probably like a scout or something, surveying shit. I don't know, but Kaiju number 9 was taken out way too easy. This man is fucking Simba on Pride Rock, and the attack starts next. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for y'all today. If you made it to the end, thank you. If you are new, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. It lets me know you rock with the content that I put out on this channel. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video, comment on the video, all that fancy stuff. And like always, and until next time, I'm out.
Securing A. We're being dominated. Get aggressive. A lockdown. B lockdown. Losing Bravo.
Your trophy system has been destroyed.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. Losing B.
Spy plane available for tasking.
Spy plane commencing surveillance operation. Spy plane Priority tasking request received. Spy plane exiting AO.
Bro, they're building.
Secure the house. Keep it tight and by the numbers.
Care package on standby.
You ball-ass teammate, bro.
Securing C. All mission goals accomplished. Kettle's on, come on home.
Textbook.